Welcome to Politics and Economics Extra Talk. The biggest and most outrageous news of the century, and not enough people know about it. Is Pfizer to blame for the so-called pandemic? Let's find out with a leaked video showing Jordon Trishton Walker being questioned by a Project Veritas journalist. Jordon Trishton Walker is Director of Research and Development at Pfizer, Strategic Operations and Scientific mRNA Planning. Project Veritas, on the other hand, is a disclosure platform founded by James O'Keefe that uses research methods that originally come from investigative journalism. James O'Keefe is defamed as far-right by Wikipedia nerds and bought mules. He is actually a philosopher, American political activist and provocateur. Now that all parties have been clarified, let's start with the video. Project Veritas journalist, Pfizer ultimately is thinking about mutating COVID? Jordon Trishton Walker, Pfizer Director of Research and Development, Strategic Operations and mRNA Scientific Planning. Well, that is not what we say to the public. No, don't tell anyone this, by the way. You have to promise you won't tell anyone. We're exploring, like, you know how the virus keeps mutating? Well, one of the things we're exploring is like, why don't we just mutate it ourselves so we could create, preemptively develop new vaccines? Right? So, we have to do that. If we're gonna do that though, there's a risk of, like, as you can imagine, no one wants to be having a pharma company mutating fucking viruses. You have to be like very controlled to make sure that this virus that you mutate doesn't create something like, you know, goes everywhere. Which, I suspect, is the way that the virus started in Wuhan, to be honest. Like, it makes no sense that this virus popped out of nowhere. Who knows? I mean, either way, it's going to be a cash cow. COVID will probably be a cash cow for us for a while going forward, end of quote. Just unbelievable. As a result, Walker deleted his LinkedIn account. Daily Mail asked for comment from Pfizer after they had already written a report. After requesting comment from Pfizer, the Daily Mail article is no longer traceable. You only get to their main page. Of course, we hardly hear anything about it in our mainstream media, since pharma spent $6.6 billion on this media last year alone. Source: Media Radar's annual TV advertising spend study. The pharmaceuticals are thus displacing the $6 billion of the auto industry. The largest pharmaceutical companies were Pfizer, AbbVie and GlaxoSmithKline. What is amazing, or actually not, is that Jordon Trishton Walker is no longer findable on Google. James O'Keefe also has his problems on Google, as seen here. You have to use DuckDuckGo or Presearch to get results that give at least a bit of info. I found some other interesting things on Twitter as well as all the important information confirming that Jordon Walker really exists by that name and is Director of Research and Development at Pfizer, Strategic Operations and mRNA Scientific Planning. Here you can see a small excerpt from the second video, where you can see him reacting to a confrontation by James O'Keefe.
Hey there. Is this seat taken? You work for Pfizer. My question for you is, why does Pfizer want to hide from the public the fact that they're mutating the COVID viruses?
Is this real life? I'm literally a liar.
Please unlock the door.
What is going on here?
Please unlock the door. Please unlock the door. Unlock the door. We're trying to unlock the door. Unlock the door.
Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white people.
Why would you bring race into this?
Please bring the cops as soon as possible. I'm feeling very unsafe.
Just pure madness. A pharmaceutical company that intentionally makes people sick in order to then, let's call it, immunize them with a non-working and highly dangerous mRNA vaccine. Cough. All minimums behind bars. This is a crime against humanity, maybe even the biggest so far, and cannot be left as it is. That's why it's important to talk about it as much as possible. Finally, a small observation: when translating my English videos with Google, I noticed that if you write Corona, a message appears that when you click on it refers to the Google page that explains how bad it is. Admittedly, today's Google statements are much milder than those in 2020, all important links in the video description. What do you think about the current situation? Please share your opinion with us. We would appreciate it if you like and comment. Until next time, your Extra Talk team.